Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about my top 6 tips for starting your own photography business. Now really quickly, the first one is going to be getting a business license. The second one is going to be getting a website for your business. The third one is getting a business banking account and using accounting software. The fourth one is going to be digital storage. The fifth one is going to be social media marketing. And the sixth one is going to be blogging. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's talk about why we would need a business license for our photography business. Unless you're doing this just for fun on the side and just making a few dollars here and there, we want to make this official and file our business license with the county. Now, there are different types of business licenses you can get. There's sole proprietor, there's an LLC, there's all sorts of different ones. And I'm not going to get into each of those right now, but basically you want to have something in place that sets you apart from your business. And when it comes time to file taxes, it'll keep your business in its own entity versus like filing everything under you, and it just makes things a lot simpler. Now, another reason why you may want to get a business license is if you're going to apply for a loan or any other type of thing, maybe a credit card for your business. A lot of times banks and different institutions will require that you provide your business license to them. And that also helps them see that you're a legitimate business. And this is a bonus tip I haven't mentioned, but you will definitely want to get some insurance for your business. There are plenty of companies out there that offer photography insurance to businesses that will cover you in a wide variety of situations. Say you are at a shoot with a paid client and they trip over a rock and fall and hurt themselves, your insurance steps in to cover those situations where everybody is protected and things are taken care of. So it kind of gives you a legal protection from your own self getting sued or different situations that might come up, and it's very important to have that. Okay, let's talk about why you would need a professional website for your photography business. Well, first and foremost, you're going to need a place to display your work so that people can check out your portfolio. And secondly, you're going to want to have a place where you can put client photos so that they can access them and download them. It makes things much easier versus always putting things on a flash drive and giving it to them, or different ways of delivering their galleries. Also, having a website just displays professionalism. When you have a legit website, it sets you above the rest with your competition, showing that you've done things correctly and that you have yourself out there as a professional business. Having a website also helps people reach out to you. If you have a contact page on your website, it tells people exactly where they can find you and how they can reach you. And that way you can communicate with people more efficiently. When you have a website, it helps you reach the local market of people around you, and it also gives you the ability to reach out globally. Perhaps you want to do destination wedding photography, and clients from around the world can find you online on your website with different SEO keywords that you might put into different things. And if people find you that way, then you can be doing work in different countries and different places. You may have different opportunities that you didn't have any other way. Having a website allows you to track all of your metrics. How many people are coming to your website to view your work? How many people are shopping and buying different prints and different things you have to offer? And it just shows you the trends over time of how much people are going to your website and what they're doing exactly. It can be a great way to get insights on how to grow your business based on the trends that you see. There's a lot of other great features about having a website, such as having an FAQ section. That way it kind of eliminates all the back and forth that you may have to go through with some new clients. Also, listing your pricing guides online can make things a lot more efficient. You can also have a place for people to sign up for your newsletter if that's what you're offering, and it makes it a lot easier than reaching out to each person individually. Now, there's a lot of different website companies out there made specifically for photographers. One particular company is Zenfolio, and I do use them, and they are a very good setup for photographers. Main reason is you are, first of all, showcasing your work on your website, and you also have built-in client galleries that are private where your clients can log into their specific gallery, view their images, and they can order prints directly from their gallery because the Zenfolio company is partnered with different print labs, and so people can go ahead and just order their prints directly through you, and you don't have to have any involvement in the process. You basically just sit back and collect the funds from their order. Another thing you can do is have a custom website built. There are different web developers out there that offer this, and if that's something that you can afford to do, I would highly recommend getting that started from the beginning, because there's a lot of different things that maybe these larger website companies don't offer because they're trying to market to a broad range of photographers and people. So having something customized to your liking is a really big advantage. Okay, let's talk about why we should have a business bank account. First and foremost, you want to keep your stuff separate from your personal banking. It keeps things a lot cleaner and makes it much easier to generate reports and different things when it comes to looking at how much business you've done over the year. Now, as far as accounting software goes, there's a lot of different things out there. QuickBooks is one of the more popular ones. There's also free software like Wave, and there's different ones out there. You can search them. But the main point in having accounting software is to keep records. You're going to want to be able to track all of your trends as far as how much you brought in each month, how much you are paying in taxes, how much you are paying out for expenses and different things. It helps you itemize all of the things your business is doing financially. And another great thing is it keeps track of all your clients, which I didn't really think about at first, but once I started accumulating a lot of clients, then I realized it's nice to go back and see how much maybe that client spent before, or what kind of shoot they had, or different things you might forget as time goes by. Another good reason to have a business bank account is if you were thinking of getting a loan for a certain photography related expense. A lot of times they want to see some of your banking records to see how responsible you are with money and be able to track the kind of income that you've been bringing in to see if you're qualified for that loan. But either way, there's different reasons for having one, and it's always good to keep your stuff separate from your own banking. I want to also discuss the expenses that you can have as a photographer. A lot of times when you're starting out, it can be a slippery slope wanting to purchase all sorts of gear, different lighting things, different lenses, all kinds of stuff. It can be very tempting because everything is promising an easier or a better way or better pictures. But all you really need is a basic camera, maybe an on-camera flash, a couple lenses, and then being able to edit your stuff on your computer and turn out really good images. And beyond that, there's other expenses you can incur, like having a studio and having all sorts of lighting equipment and props and all this other stuff. And then you get into the issue of having other expenses like utilities and whatnot for the building, marketing your studio, all of that stuff. And that can get really expensive very quickly. So I would recommend, if at all possible, to keep your expenses low and just start out as simple as possible until you're making enough money to include other types of photography that might require those things. Now, let's talk about digital storage. Over time, you're going to have a lot of clients, you're going to have a lot of photos that you're taking, and you're going to need a space to keep all of those files. Now, I would highly recommend never deleting a photo. I have never deleted a photo in the 11 plus years I've been doing photography, and I'm really grateful that I've not ever done that, because sometimes you get the opportunity to pull up pictures that you took years ago. Maybe you want to compare a photo to something that is 10 years later for like a client, or just different things. It's really neat to go back and have all of those records. So whenever possible, keep all of the pictures that you've ever taken on some sort of external hard drive. Now, you can also choose to do cloud storage instead of a physical external hard drive. And a lot of times that has advantages that physical hard drives don't have, but you have to think about how much you can pay for that every month, and choosing a company that's going to stick around for a long time so that your files won't ever go away or be deleted. It can be a real pain to transfer all those files to any other system, so think about long term where you want to keep your images and how you want to back those up. Now, if you do choose to have a physical hard drive, I would highly recommend having a backup hard drive so that you always have a backup of your images in case anything should ever happen. Because as we all know, hard drives can fail. You can lose a lot of data that way. It happened to me, and it was a terrible experience, and there was no way to get that stuff back. And it can be really devastating, especially to your business. So think about having backup for your storage needs. Also, a good reason to keep all of your records is business-wise. You want to be able to keep all the records of who your clients are, what happened, maybe all of your tax information that you've paid, your business license. Keep all of those files somewhere digitally for your own records, because that stuff is invaluable. It's part of owning a business and having all of those financial and legal aspects to it. So make sure you start out having good records, because that'll help you later on staying organized and keeping everything legit. Social media marketing is super important to your photography business. As we all know, people are all over social media, and that is a great way to get clients and get referrals. Now, you may want a Facebook page to put all of your work or some of your work on it and let people tag themselves and share your posts. That's a really great way to get the word around about your business. And all the different social media platforms have advantages and disadvantages. So think about getting your business on several different platforms, because they all have different unique things about them. For example, Instagram, you might want to put your best work out there and kind of showcase your portfolio from a different side than you might showcase it on LinkedIn or somewhere like that. LinkedIn would be a great place to make connections with vendors and venues and people that you're going to be working with that might be able to also refer you to their clients. It also helps your business to start a YouTube channel. You may feel like at the beginning you don't have a lot of stuff to share, and maybe you don't have as much knowledge as you want right off the bat, but I promise you, you know something about something and you can teach somebody those skills. So getting that started will also help get your business out there and will market you in an entirely different way. I also wanted to mention something else about social media marketing. Of course, you can pay for ads and get your name out there to a lot more people by paying for those ads. However, I would highly recommend that you don't pay for anything for as long as possible to see how far your reach can be organically. This is very important because you can easily spend all of the money that you're making on your new photography business with advertising, and sometimes it doesn't turn out the way that you had hoped. I'm not saying that advertising is bad, but by all means try to do all the free things first. Now, why would we need a blog for our photography business from the get-go? The main reason is it helps put you out there. When we write about different things, even if we feel like we don't know a whole lot or we don't have much to teach yet because we're new at something, somebody can learn from the things that you know. And when we put our blogs out there, whether they're written blogs or even on YouTube, as I mentioned, you can add certain SEO keywords to your stuff and it'll help people find you. So putting yourself out there in that way is really going to spread your reach in ways that you wouldn't really think about right away. And I wish I had done a lot more of it all through the years. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please share this with a friend and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.